Do you know that hydrangeas change color based on the pH level of the soil they're in? Red or pink with neutral soil at or below a pH of 7, and blue for acidic levels above 7.
Today I wanted to share with you a quick video on what has become a part 3 of this front yard rejuvenation project, where we'll tend to the garden bed, replace dead and dry plants, and add some flowering plants as well. I didn't intend on this to be a 3-part series, but here we are. In part 1, I unboxed 2 spike aerators and discussed the importance of aeration on the soil to improve lawn health and growth. In part 2, I shared the 7 steps to a lush lawn, and I reviewed the 2 aerators from part 1. Then shared with you which one worked best. If you want to see those 2 videos, I'll link them somewhere here and also link them down in the description below. Okay, now that we have that behind us, let's head out front.
So I started by digging up some of these shrubs. They were dry. If you can see here, they're very wiry. And if you notice, they came out in one go. I feel like they never caught on from last year when they were planted. I started pulling out some of the weeds using what has become my favorite gardening tool right now, this weed remover. It's fantastic. You don't have to bend. I'll put the link for it down in the description. But if there's anything you take from this, it's pick up one of those weeders. They're fantastic. Here are my hydrangeas, and like I mentioned in the intro, hydrangeas change color based on the pH level of the soil, so they're pretty amazing plants. If you look at the back by the wall where I've dug up the holes to plant the hydrangeas, you can see how brown it is. It really is difficult to get past that clay layer on the top level of the soil. I had to come in and dig and add more garden soil in there and mix it up so that the plants would have somewhere for the roots to stretch and grow, because when I pulled out that first set of shrubs that were dry, the roots hadn't left the bucket-sized shape that it was in, and it's been about 9 months since we moved here, so I'm not surprised that the plants died. I'm putting in the second row of lavender. Went and got the post hole digger to save me. I was using a louchette before. If you don't know what a louchette is, it's a flat triangular blade that's usually at the end of a stick or pole used to dig into the ground, like the one leaning up against the house. And it looks like this. But the post hole digger definitely works better in this instance. It was more efficient with soil removal and creating the circle. Took some of the soil out, put some garden soil in, mixed it with the clay, kind of rinse and repeat to get the lavender in, giving everything enough space so when it blooms and it gets bigger. I believe the hydrangeas need about 3 to 4 feet when they start blooming, as well as the lavender needs about 2 feet. And then I have some lilies. The lilies don't need that much. I think it's 2 feet as well. But I continued digging and getting some of these plants in. So as of right now, you can see the hydrangeas are in up against the wall there. Then the lavender, and then in the spaces of the lavender, I put the lilies. So it looks pretty good from the front. I skipped ahead a little bit. I had to run to the store, so I came back and I just wanted to get this done before nightfall. So I moved all the mulch across. Then I started cleaning up and then putting the mulch down. I started this clip here after I'd already put some mulch down in the foreground, and you can see me there in the background just getting the last set in to cover this space. I covered up some of that brown and kind of ugly looking clay and cleaned it up. I actually bucketed away a bunch of that extra clay soil, and here I am just kind of mulching out the whole area. When I started this, I felt like it wasn't going to be as long as that was, but I didn't cater for how difficult it was going to be to work with this clay, dig the holes, re-dig the holes to make them a little bit bigger, to incorporate more soil so that the plant's roots would have soil to grow, etc. To get this done, here's the little princess making her cameo appearance as usual. She's pointing at a bug there. You can see the adamant pointing down to the soil. I can't remember what she saw, but it was kind of hilarious when I look back at it. Also a visit from the neighbor's daughter. So yeah, so back to the schedule. I'm kind of like spreading this mulch with my hand here. So I went all the way to the front at the border of the garden bed and the lawn grass. So you can see me just using my hand to spread a little bit. I felt like the rake would have done too rough of a job, and this is what it looks like when I was done. So there's the celotias in front, then the lilies, the lavender, and then the hydrangeas in the back, and then some of the other flowers. So yeah, giving you a little bit of a close-up here of some of these flowers. I think it really turned out well. As you can see by the light, it was getting a bit late. So got to the end just in time to sit down and watch the sunset with the little princess. So all's well that ends well.
If you like this type of content and want to see more product reviews and me using those products in real time, be sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out. And while we're on the topic of missing out, don't miss out on this week's giveaway, the Samsung Galaxy Buds 2 Pro. The link for this giveaway is in the description below. Giveaway ends on Monday, May 13th. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.